After reviewing the 4 ethical lenses, I believe that I can identify best with the results lens. When faced with an ethical decision, I tend to use my analytical tool of experience. When looking back on all the different jobs I've had, including my present one, I've ran into several unethical situations ranging from sexual harassment to witnessing theft by coworkers. I realize that as life goes on, the situations I will deal with in my business and personal life will never be the same, each one with its own unique characteristics. Yet I feel that my past experience will help lead my way to ethical resolutions to any decision I find myself faced with. I've always been one to have to experience a situation firsthand in order to understand it and analyze it further in order to make a determination on how to proceed. I have to verify the truth for myself before I feel comfortable. New situations bring me quite a bit of stress if I have not experienced or researched it first. I can also relate with the ethical task of the results lens in identifying long-term results to seek. When dealing with an ethical decision, I feel it's best to identify the whole picture first, the long-term goal. When you do this in the beginning, it makes the short-term goals or steps along the way easier to determine and manage. I use this technique every time I have a difficult decision to make. It greatly reduces the stress I feel when faced with these kinds of situations. Having a long-term goal first makes me feel like I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and all I have to do now is pave the road to make it there. The classical virtue of the results lens is making careful decisions in your everyday affairs, which I believe to be extremely important. I feel that you must have this kind of self-discipline and planning in your daily life in order to maintain ethical behavior and make the best decisions possible. I've been known to be very critical of my everyday affairs and sometimes tend to overanalyze. Yet I think that it is important to put a lot of thought into decisions before making them, no matter how big or small they may be. Sometimes being careless with small decisions allow them to snowball into something bigger and more stressful. This adds so much unneeded weight onto your shoulders, which can totally be avoided. The secondary values of the results lens are flexibility, creativity, and responsible choice. I believe these characteristics are important when making any kind of ethical decision. Like I said before, every decision will be unique, and very seldom will you find any two that are the same. Therefore, being flexible and creative in ethical decision making is extremely important. I believe the responsible choice, 9 out of 10 times, is always going to be the best choice. In my daily life, I make plenty of choices that I don't necessarily want to, but they are the responsible thing to do. These are some of the reasons I believe I can identify best with the results lens. Thank you.